So the governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, I don't know if I said that correctly, but who cares, has decided to cut the increased pandemic unemployment that was given to workers by the federal government. And this is his reasoning. Take a look at this.
Explain to me how and why you reached this decision to halt the enhanced unemployment benefits.
Well, the extra compensation was very helpful during the dark days of the pandemic when unemployment rates were so high. But now our economy has come back. We have jobs aplenty. We have employers that are begging workers to come to their place of business, and we cannot pay extra compensation for workers to stay home. We need them in the place of employment. And so that's the simple rationale for it.
You know, these Republican governors, man, they never fail to show their exuberating stupidity. It's quite hilarious. So let's get into what he had to say here. He starts off by saying that the unemployment conversation was helpful during the dark days of the pandemic. The dark days. As to insert that the dark days are somehow over. And he doubles down on it in his next sentence. He says the economy has come back. Has it really now? Millions of Americans are jobless. Millions of Americans are without health care. Millions of Americans are struggling. I mean, these people are so disattached from reality, they have no idea what's going on. It was helpful during the dark days, and the economy has come back. First of all, the unemployment insurance that they're getting anyway was crumbs. It got axed from $600 to $300, okay? And they don't even want them to receive that. And they say, oh, well, you know, we have jobs of plenty, as he elaborated on there, and we can't pay workers to stay home. Okay, so this is basically what they want to do. Workers are getting money through unemployment compensation from the federal government and from the state. Different states are now taking the different measures to cut the federal unemployment that they're receiving, okay? So they're going to axe that. You can't have that anymore. Go get a job, right? But the jobs you're going to go out and get, the wages are extremely low. Now, are those wages more than what you'll be receiving on unemployment? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I would question the people that would say that, you know, people are making so much more money off unemployment than they are at the jobs. But just wait a minute. That's an indictment on the jobs. Why not pressure these different corporations and businesses to raise wages? Why is the federal minimum wage still a poverty wage? It's $7.25. It hasn't been raised in I don't know how long. Okay? I constantly forget the amount of years it's been since it's been raised, but I don't feel like looking it up at the moment. The federal minimum wage isn't a living wage. Okay? The sorry Democrats backed off the fight of the $15 minimum wage. We don't even know if we're going to get it in this administration anymore. We have no idea. They're not talking about filibuster reform. They're not talking about anything right now. It's just kind of like dead in the water. And that's what we're experiencing at the moment. Hopefully things change, but I don't have very high hopes. But there's this notion that unemployment compensation is incentivizing workers to stay home and not go out and get a job. There was a jobs report that came out, I believe it was on the month of April, that only 266,000 jobs were added when, you know, they were looking for upwards of 1 million jobs. So it was drastically underwhelming, the performance there. Well, why is that? Why are people not willingly returning to the workforce? Why are people not willingly looking for jobs? Or the jobs that await them are jobs that wouldn't provide for them what they really need. And so people are burnt out, people are depressed, people are turning away from this. And you can look at this as a kind of protest in a sense, as a kind of a strike. That's what some people are calling it. And I do believe that in some cases it very well is that. But in other cases, a lot of people are just so beaten down that they've given up. They've completely given up. They don't even want to go out and look for work anymore because the work that awaits them won't even be able to provide for them or their children or their families. And these people's, this asshole of a governor, his solution is to take away from them their last bit of help, their last bit of crumbs that they're receiving from the government. that is keeping them afloat. And they're taking that away from you, and they're presenting you with two options. All right, we just took away your unemployment. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go get a job that's going to make you nothing? Or are you going to sit around and make less than nothing? You know, to a person that doesn't have a lot, that neither of those are savory. Okay? And that isn't going to make them go out and go get a job whatsoever. And I have a feeling that the test of time will prove that what I just said is very true.